Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Christina. We are here today with my reading journal. I pulled it out a little bit ago to work on it, and as I was flipping through the pages, I realized how much of a work in progress this journal is. There are a lot of things that I want to do here, and if I'm being honest, I still don't know what I'm doing. I am pretty confused on how I really want this to look and feel. I have made some updates since my last reading journal video. I will link it below. That video ended up being a very different video for me, mainly because I did a voiceover. I started to set up the intro pages, some of the challenges, that sort of thing in that video, and I was not expecting it to take me like 4 hours to decorate all of the pages. So today I would like to do a talk through, kind of walk through with y'all. It's also for me just to kind of set a baseline of where this journal is and maybe get some ideas from y'all on where I want to take it, because I think this could really be a fun project for me, but I feel like I need a little bit more direction. So let's go ahead and just open it up and go through all of the pages, and I can show you the updates that I've made, and you will see a lot of pages in here that are not complete because I don't know where I'm going with them yet. So as I mentioned in the initial setup video, I originally wanted to do some color on the pages, but I wanted everything to match. I kind of want everything to flow, and I still feel like that. So I picked up some scrapbook paper from Joann with gold, black, and kind of neutral accents. So I started ripping as I do. I rip a lot of paper in a lot of my Plan With Me's and added some Happy Planners floral stickers on all of the pages. What I did not do in that video that I ended up going back and doing is I still wanted there to be a more cohesive theme for this whole entire planner. So I decided to go back and add butterflies to every page. So on every page, almost every page at least, there should be a butterfly somewhere on the page, if not multiple butterflies. And I think that's kind of a nice addition. I pulled out Papillon, the sticker book from the Happy Planner. I have a bunch of butterflies in there, and I have butterflies in other books like Live Love Posh, etc. So that will be a theme that you will see carried through this journal. Okay, not much changed here. Went in and kind of added some lines to some of the lettering that I did. My lettering is not my favorite in this journal, but as you can see, there's butterflies here. I might figure out something to add here, but I don't know if that's really necessary. Okay, so my reading goal is the same. 6 physical books is one of my goals for 2024. 1 new genre for 2024. I'm actually in the process of reading and checking that off now, and I want to read at least 2 classics. Butterfly here for the time tracker. I actually have been tracking the time that I've been reading. So as you can see at the bottom, this darker gray is like less than an hour. This like kind of, I don't know what kind of gray it is 1 to 2 hours. I have this yellow for 2 to 4 hours, and if I read 4 hours or more, it's this green color. And most of January so far has been less than an hour to like 1 to 2 hours. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks. However, that's why I have a goal of reading at least 6 physical books this year. I listen to my audiobooks at 2 times the speed. So at 2 hours of an audiobook for me is more like 4 hours of an audiobook. So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't know why I do that. I just prefer to listen to them a little bit faster, and I still understand it. My husband says it sounds like chipmunks, so, and it probably kind of does. So this is the rest of the time tracker here. This page here is still an overview page in my mind. What I would like is just a very quick at a glance through the year, number of books that I read, the total time that I read, which actually might be hard to do if I'm doing these ranges, so I might need to change that, and the general sentiment of the book. I'm not sure what this page will end up being. That's how I set it up when I started it, but we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do here. Okay, let's talk about my challenge pages. I'm gonna pull this out because I need to. So the first challenge I put in here was the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. This challenge has a lot more prompts than what you see here, but I'm trying to be realistic with myself. There are certain prompts on that list I'm just not going to do. And I feel like that was setting me up for failure and also taking up extra room on a page. So I cut out the ones that I thought that were readable for me, and I believe there's 24 of them if you count, because 24 is the number of the year, obviously, in 2024. I also cut one of the pages in half, well, actually less than in half, because there's some missing on this side, because I can't decide yet if I want to track which book is checking off the prompt for me, like the title of the book, or if I just want to just like do a check mark and move on with my life. So I put this here. Book bingo's the same way. I already started checking off some things. My son said this was kind of a cheat for me because I almost only listen to audiobooks, but I'm like, just give me the square. So I have this for the same idea for the Pop Sugar side as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that. But then I decided I think I need to add a page in between here, because I think that I want to track me reading one Reese's book club pick per month. I looked at the printable that Plan with Elise did in collaboration with Reese's Book Club, and it got me to thinking most of the books on that list I haven't read. I've read a couple of them, and when I say couple, I'm thinking maybe like 2 in 2023. And so it might be nice to do like one per month. That'd be another kind of fun challenge to do, but something a little more general and not as specific as like checking off prompts or book bingo. But the way that the rest of my pages are set up, you'll see in a second, this is kind of the only place that this can go. And if that's the case, I'll need to figure out something else than this. And then I also need to figure out something to go on the back. I think I'm going to create some type of like TBR board game. I don't know what that looks like yet, so stay tuned for that. There might be a video on that depending on what I'm able to come up with. I think it's going to need to be a little unique for me, because my TBR list is kind of not as traditional as some other people's, but we will see. So stay tuned for this page. I have the little sticky notes here to remind me what I want to do here. Book bingos, you can see more butterflies, and I think you can see on these other pages I have been adding butterflies everywhere. Okay, so we have the 24 Goodread Award nominees in 2024. These, again, are 2023 Goodread Award nominees in 2024. I probably need to put that somewhere, but there's 24 of them still. I have finished one already, which was The Echo of Old Books. I have not put my star rating on this page. You'll see it on the January page. And I'm in the process of reading another one, I believe. So that's what this page looks like. There isn't a lot to update here quite yet, but I really, really like this. Here is my bookshelf. I'm really, really proud of this bookshelf, y'all, because I am not an artist. I can't draw. I really want to work on my doodling, but this is about as good as I can get right now. So the idea of these pages is every month we'll have a color. As you can see, January is a baby blue kind of mild liner. I'm going to color in these books as I finish them. So as of now, today, which is the 19th of January, I believe, I have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 books. I thought I'd finished 6. Might need to go look at that. But this is what it looks like. The stickers are in here for the plants. I wasn't even going to attempt to do all that, and I added a butterfly in the window. Originally, I thought about adding the title to each book, but I don't think I want to do that because you'll see later I'm currently in the process of setting up some pages to kind of track my general reading throughout the year. Here is my book bracket page, or book bracket pages. I need to figure out the size of the book that's going to fit here. I don't think I have a book here Yeah, these books are too small, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that looks like. Maybe it's just the title of the book I'm writing in to come up with my favorite book of the year. I wish now I hadn't done this right on the back of my bookshelf, but it kind of is what it is. And then these are my TBR sheets, or pages, I guess I should say. The books that I'm writing here are books that like I really want to read. So if you're my friend on Goodreads, and if you were to see my TBR on Goodreads, basically what I do is any book I stumble across that I might even possibly want to read, I just add it to my want to read list so I don't lose track of it. But not all of those books are books that I really, really want to read. So that's what I'm reserving these pages for. If I come across a book, if I hear a book, a recommendation anywhere that I just am like so intrigued by that I really want to read, I want to put it on these sheets, pages. I don't know why I keep calling them sheets here. So again, if you missed the initial setup video, these are images that I purchased, or it was a sheet of images that I purchased from Etsy. I cut them all out and just kind of put them randomly across these pages, and that's what I created for my TBR list. I have 2 extra pages here kind of noted for additional TBR if I need them. If I don't need them, the beauty about me putting this in a disc bound system is I can just glue them together and move on, or maybe I can even remove a page depending on where the list ends. After the pages that I've left open for my TBR, I decided to put in a rating system. I think it's important for me to kind of keep note of how I'm rating books. This was an interesting page for me to do because I'm so used to Goodreads, it doesn't allow you to do like half stars, so I really need to think about this. So 1 star is like hated it, why did I even finish this book? 2 is not great, didn't really enjoy. 3 is good, not the best, would probably still recommend. 4 is this was pretty great, I think about this often. And 5 stars is phenomenal, my life is forever changed by reading this book. So that's how I'm thinking about books in 2024. I reserve the right to change my mind. And in the bottom, I put the little icon stickers that I purchased from, I believe, Grace Harper stickers. The book is for physical, the headphones are for audio, and the little picture of the Kindle or like e-reader is like an ebook. So that's the little codes for everything that I have set up. And then I have a sheet here for my 5-star reads. I want to keep track of all of the 5-star reads that I come across in 2024 separate from what I'm tracking in my monthly. And so I set up a page for that. I don't know if it'll be a full page of 5-star reads. If not, the beauty is I can just add another page if I need to. Okay, so you saw some of this in the initial setup video. Now let's move into definitely what you did not see. This is my January section of the reading journal for 2024. So the stickers that I use, I was super excited about these stickers. I purchased a set. First of all, I didn't purchase them in time to get them as a subscription, but I went online and purchased some of the sheets they had left. These stickers are from Sterling Ink. They are gorgeous. It's their January kit set. I purchased a combo of the washi type stickers and like the white matte. And I love this dark vibe. It's kind of giving me dark academia vibe, although it's not really anything to do with like a library or anything, but there's a lot of like dark pictures on the wall, the picture frames. I love this so much. So this is how I'm going to decorate my January pages. I also decided to try, y'all, I really don't know what I'm doing. I decided to try and theme each of my months based on just how I'm feeling. It really has nothing to do with the books I'm reading or anything. I just thought that, like, you know how you have like a word of the year? I want to have a word of the month for each reading month that I have. Again, it has nothing to do with what I'm reading, so I don't really know why I'm doing it. But the word I decided to do for January was discover. I think it's just kind of based on the stickers and the vibe. So I'm really excited about this. The next pages you're about to see, I'm not so excited about. So these are my reading tracking pages for the month. As you can see, I have kind of tried to sketch out the amount of space that I need. I did not keep in mind the decorating space, so I'll probably need to go back and adjust some things. Or maybe we'll see an evolution of how I do these pages throughout the year. But right now, this is about as good as I can come up with. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I might start printing some templates off of Etsy or something. I don't know, but I don't love this. So right here, I have a picture of the book that I print with my sprocket, and I cut them out. I have a star rating sticker here, and in here, which as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, I taped something over this. I made a huge mistake. I hated how it looked, so I redid it. I have the title of the book, the author, the dates that I read it, a quote that I will pull from Goodreads. I'm not a huge annotating person. I don't like to annotate my books. I don't keep track really of the quotes, so I'll go back and I'll look on Goodreads, and if I see something that kind of stands out to me, I'll probably write it. And then my general notes and thoughts on the book. So for this one, this is the first book that I finished for the year. Audio was super entertaining. I guessed the twist early. The ending was kind of disappointing, but overall, it was a pretty entertaining book, so I gave it 4 stars. And I've done the same thing for the other books that I have read and already recorded for the year. I've read these books as well. I just haven't done the outline of it. I came here to do that today, and as I was flipping through, I was like, yo, this needs a lot of work. Let me talk to the people about this. Maybe they can give me some suggestions. So this is where we are here. Again, I don't love how this looks. I feel like I probably need to do some type of template or something to make this easier, but I don't know. Y'all will see. And I need to decorate the page. So I don't know how many pages it will take me. I feel like I'm a little behind in my reading. If my goal is 101 books and there's 12 months in a year, that means that I need to be reading a little bit more than where I'm at right now. So we'll see how this progresses. So I've left some empty pages as I need them. And then at the end of the month, I also do not like how this looks. So I may be redoing these pages, or at least redoing the top part, because I don't like how I wrote that. I want to do some type of January wrapped. So I have these month stickers from Stickmo, I believe was the name. It's linked below in my previous video about my reading journal. I want to mark the days that I read, which as of now, I have read every day this year so far. That will not always be the case. So I want to mark the days that I read, the number of books that I read, the number of total pages that I read. Sometimes we're taking pages into quotation marks because, again, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, but usually Goodreads lists the number of pages that are in the book. I want to write how many physical books, how many audiobooks, how many ebooks that this consisted of. I think I want to do something else here. What that is, I don't know, because if not, then it's like I probably could fit this on one page, except this calendar is really, really large. So the second page, I want to list my favorite book of the month. I want to write my favorite quote. Again, this might change because I'm not actually a super quote person. And then I love the idea of having superlatives. I see Piece of the Plans, Cami from Piece of the Plans, do her year-end superlatives, and I thought it might be kind of fun to do like 3 or 4 superlatives for each month and maybe pull those into like a year-end type of situation. We'll see. If you're not familiar with what a superlative for a book would be, it'd be like best main character, best villain, best plot, favorite book dog, I don't know, but that's what it would be. So just picking a couple fun ones and kind of laying them out there. So at the end of every month, I will have a monthly wrapped section. Again, this might be part of the evolution of what this reading journal ends up looking like, because I don't really love how this is set up right now, but we will go with it. I think maybe it's because the purple is too purple. I couldn't find a purple that matched really well with this, so I kind of did purple and then went over it with gray, and that's why it looks weird. Okay, and then somewhere in this journal, I want to start keeping a library card. So this library card is like in general going to be, that's as far as I got, a list of all of the books that I'm reading ongoing throughout the year. So it won't be broken out by month. It will literally just look like a list. It'll be title, author, genre, dates, maybe star rating. I don't know what I can fit on these half letter pages. We'll see. I'll have to play around with it. Or maybe I need to make something on Canva and print it. But this will be an ongoing list of all of the books that I'm reading. So y'all, that is it. I have some reference pages that I made in the back as far as like what the middle of the page is and how big the photos are, so I can continue to reference those. I have a random reading challenge that I printed in the back. If that board game does not work out, I'm going to create, I'm probably just going to use another reading challenge because I really want that Reese's Book Challenge one on the front. And then I love this cover. I meant to mention this again. I love this cover. I got this from Ascension Planners on Etsy. I love this because of this pocket, y'all. And I'm able in this back pocket to keep all of the things that I'm using for this reading journal. I have some of the images that you saw on my TBR list. I have a sheet of stickers from Grace Harper Stickers for the star rating. I have the stickers for from the same shop for whether it's a physical book, an audiobook, or an ebook. And I also, in this envelope, in addition to keeping all of the monthly calendars and stuff, I am keeping the scraps of the paper that I'm using to decorate the pages. So I always have those ready and available to go. So I would love to know from y'all. I don't think this is gonna fit in here. As I'm cleaning this up, I'd really love to know from y'all, like, if you have any suggestions for me to make this journal fun and still flow really well, but keep it manageable. I don't want to do too much to where it feels overwhelming. And right now I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm just kind of confused. So any suggestions you have, if you're keeping a reading journal, let me know. Like, what are you doing in your reading journal that's like really bringing you joy? So thank you for taking the time with me to walk through my reading journal. Hang out with me as this progresses and we'll see what this turns into throughout the year. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You can also head over to my Instagram, exo.christina, to see more spreads, plannery things, and reading stuff, apparently. I think what I'm going to do each month is maybe a previous month wrap up and the setup of the next month. I don't know. We'll see, because I find myself kind of stressed out when I am setting these pages up so far, and I might need to do it off camera. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me again. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to be planning with y'all again very, very soon. XO. Bye, guys.